It's rookie camp season, and we're going to take a look at the New York Giants and get our first look at Malik Nabers, one of the top wide receivers in the 2024 NFL Draft. A very talented wide receiver prospect that I garner as a generational talent. We're going to get our first view of him today from rookie camp. But before we do, you need to click that subscribe button because we're covering the clips from rookie camp all weekend long during these rookie camps, possibly longer. Whatever I find, I will share here on the channel your favorite rookies from all your favorite teams. They'll be right here. Click that button. Stop missing out. We're going to run through these clips from today's practice. If there's more clips from tomorrow or even more that leak out, I will have them on Malik Nabers. So if you're interested in him, I'm your guy. First off, we're going to get loosened up with a light jog. There's him, number 9. Looks good in the Giants uniform, I'll say that. Looks fluid off that break. Catching it overhead. Strong hands. That's what we saw at LSU when he was balling out. Again, away from his body. And that's what you should expect from Malik Nabers. Now, talking ball on him. So, it was a battle between him and Marvin Harrison Jr. during the NFL draft process, during the build-up for the draft. Who was the better wide receiver? And we're going to see that throughout their careers because these are two generational prospects. We do not see top-tier wide receivers come out every draft class like this. It's been a while, probably like the Julio Jones era with the A.J. Green coming out. It's comparable to that draft class, although they're both different wide receivers compared to them. But again, top-flight talents, that's going to take the NFL by storm. And it could be as early as their rookie season. It could be as early as the first few weeks of 2024. That being said, Giants fans, you need to get excited about Malik Nabers. And also, you got to pay attention to Danny Dimes. Because if Danny Dimes can't get right with him, he ain't ever getting right. And the thing is about Malik Nabers, he should be taking command of this offense. He should be pushing about 25 to 30% share of the targets. It should be his offense. And now you got a new tool that can really get this offense over the hump as you're building out this team here to push for another Super Bowl down the line. But Malik Nabers developing as you get more pieces is really going to help this team out. Talking about fantasy football, let's talk about redraft first. He's a guy you're putting some chips on, middle of your draft. We don't have ADP right now, but guarantee right now he's in the middle of the draft, where JSN went somewhere around 6th roundish, probably 5th roundish, possibly more. He's more talented, more explosive, in a better situation, more than likely going to be more productive during his rookie season. Has more odds of being a top-tier producer than any of the top wide receivers in last year's draft. That being said, look to get him as a gamble in the middle of your draft because the price is going to be up. In Dynasty, you're paying up for him. You're paying up for him in rookie drafts for sure. 102, 103, depending on your league. If you're playing in Superflex, right after that second quarterback comes off the board is usually where he goes. But if you like him better than Marv, go ahead. If you like him better than Caleb, go ahead. If you want to. In 1 QB, if you want to take him as the 101, go ahead. He's that talented. He's worth it. He's that kind of player that you can really put some chips on him. But usually, super flex leagues in rookie drafts, it's Marv off the board, Caleb Williams off the board, possibly the next quarterback, which is usually Jane Daniels. Then it's him. A lot of times he's mixed in somewhere around there, but he usually does not fall any farther than that. He's somewhere in that mix. 1 QB, second player off the board, if not the first player off the board, and that's according to preference and how you wake up that day of who you want between him and Marv. It's between those two players when it comes to the skill players of running backs and wide receivers of this year's rookie class, and pick your poison. I believe they're both very talented prospects, and I would suggest if you're in multiple redraft leagues, getting a few of these young rookies on your team on the back end or on your depth chart there just to see if they hit initially, because if he gives you top 10 upside, if he hits to his talent early in his career, that could be a league winner. And if you miss out, it's just a middle round pick that you're going to miss out on. So maybe in some leagues you draft a Nabers, you draft a Marvin Harrison Jr., but I think these guys are going to trend up and get very expensive in redraft season. More expensive than the JSNs and companies from last year's drafts. I think they're going to explode in value. But right now, middle of the road earlier than expected compared to what we saw with last year's rookies, because these are way better wide receivers. The upside is immense. I wouldn't be surprised you see him go in the 3rd or 4th round because of how talented he is. But in home leagues, probably 5th, 6th right now. But the value is going to go up. But I like Malik Nabers. I think he's got a lot of upside. I think he's going to be a great fit for the Giants. You're looking at their wide receiver depth chart. They got Jalen Hyatt to stretch the field. You got Wan'Dale Robinson working the slot. And you got him, and he's going to be your alpha, and he's going to be your alpha for a long time. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Let me know what you think about Malik Nabers. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button on the way out. I'm going to have more clips for you over these next few days. I want to thank you for watching. Catch you on the next video.